We have not had a business end to talk before, but when we heard what New Horizon Federal Credit Union was doing with the school, we had to have Olivia Blanton in to the studio to talk about it. There is some unique and interesting things going on. We're going to talk about that next. Stay tuned. You're listening to Magic City Neighbors on the Mic, where we talk to your Barberton neighbors about their stories, their insights, and what gets them laughing. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And now, to the show.
There's a lot of ways to bank, and a credit union is a great way to go. Neither Josh nor I would know, as we don't have any money.
I mean, being older, and I don't know if wiser is the right word, I've saved up both dollars I have in the bank. So nonetheless, I know we are not going to be your biggest depositors, but thank you for coming in to talk with us today. I appreciate it. So to me, first thing I want to talk about is you guys are doing some really unique things with this school.
Yes, we are.
Give us a quick brief, like what's going on with that in 20 seconds.
We employ 2 students each year to run an actual fully developed branch in the school. So we go each year, grab 2 students. They do everything. They do transactions. They open accounts. They teach other students how to be financially savvy.
That is awesome, because I don't know about you, Jack, but I wish I'm sure you did have that.
No, I didn't. I kind of did my senior year a little bit.
I think we were just getting started when you graduated. Yeah,
because I was in a financial algebra class.
You were that was not available back in my high school days when we were still using an abacus instead of a calculator.
Yeah,
I still use my fingers. It's okay.
That being said, so just another quick 30-seconder for some of the viewers and listeners. What's the difference between a credit union and a bank?
The main difference is a credit union is not for profit. It is run by the members. So a group of people get together just like us, and they discuss rates. They say what's going to be the best for us, what's going to be the best for the community. Banks are definitely like board run, like a bunch of suits in the office telling you how or seeing how they can take their money. Take your money. That's basically what a bank does.
So how did the idea of a student-run bank branch at Barberton kind of come about?
So it was right when I started as well. So I don't know how it worked, but Miss Kristen Ledman was a teacher at the high school for a while, and she started working with us, and they got together and said, what can we do to help the students? What can we do to help our community? What can we do for the future generations? And they collaborated, and they made this, and then I just took over last year.
That's amazing. So you said you grabbed 2 students. Mm-hmm. The way you said it initially kind of made it sound like you're pulling them in and throwing them into a trunk and then taking them to an undisclosed location. I'm assuming that's done a little bit differently.
I think it starts with DECA. DECA is one of the 4 cities compact classes, and they're the ones that we try to do first.
Okay.
We try to let the DECA teachers know, hey, we need 2 students. We leave it to the open. You apply for it's a job. You're literally applying for a job. You get paid. Tellers get paid. It's a full-fledged job. So it's just normal applying.
Wow.
But we try to do DECA first, just because they're about business.
Give them their chance. Yeah, 100%.
So you said normal teller pay, everything like that. So what types of financial services are available to students in the school?
Everything a normal credit union. So if you're 14, you can open an account with a parent on it. 16, you can open by yourself without a parent.
Wow.
Yes. And you can establish credit at 16. Like, you can go get a credit card with a parent on it. Once you're 18, you can remove the parent and, start do your own credits and everything. I mean, the fundamentals of banking you could all do within that branch. Withdrawal, deposit, start a CD. I mean, it's a full-fledged branch.
So, I mean, how does this help the students then, I guess I would say? What's the big thing with that, the big advantage for the students?
Financial independence. because
Interesting.
nobody wants to be dependent on somebody else when they get older.
Sure.
They want to understand how the world works for them.
Sure.
And this is a way for them to learn how to spend money wisely. It helps create goals for their future.
So is there a financial education component that's kind of paired with that then?
We are actually working on that.
Awesome.
As of right now, starting Monday, me and one of my students will be going to the middle school and teaching 8th grade classes, financial independence, and teaching credit scores and how credit works and loans, all the basics.
How did that idea, how did that come about?
I was actually approached by the 8th grade teachers.
Really?
They had something called, I can't remember what it was called, Junior Achievement.
Sure.
And things it wasn't clicking for the students. It wasn't, I don't know if it wasn't fun or what it needed to be, but they approached us and said, hey, when they get there in high school, they can open accounts. They
Have
can
them ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have it ready. So we decided to just come up with all the basics. We're teaching 3 social studies classes.
Okay.
So it's going to be 3 classes 3 times. So we're teaching in December, I believe January, and then one later in the year. Just topics to get them, started.
Yeah.
There's so many things you don't know. I mean, I know adults that don't know how a checking account works, how a debit card works, how credit cards work, what makes credit. And so we're starting them early.
So it's getting them started on that so they know how to use the tools rather than just being flung into it and saying, hey, good luck.
Yes,
It's really good.
because you can sign up for so many things when you're 18, but you don't know what you're signing up for.
Correct.
So that's
So you
what
get
we're
that 4 years ahead of time, then you're ready for it.
absolutely. And you can start it when you're younger. Being able to offer that at 16 is really great.
Still, that's still a very young age to get into it because it's usually all 18.
Yeah,
You can sign up, you have no idea what you're signing up for.
No idea what you're signing up
Yeah.
for. So-
I'm assuming those are fairly low limits, so they are not at age 16 going to run up $50,000 worth of credit card debt.
Yes, correct. We actually have
tried that.
We have lots of
It didn't work. I was the one to find out.
I learned the hard way.
the hard way. I think we all learned the hard way.
Yeah.
But there's obviously limits and stuff, but it does help that when they're 16, the parents are on it so they can give them guidance at home as well what we can give them at school and classes that we offer.
So how does that fit in with the credit union's overall mission? It's interesting because I know the credit union is out not to, like you said, credit union's not out to put a vacuum cleaner in everyone's wallet.
Right.
I mean, does the student-run bank branch kind of extend that education and make it so the credit union's more prevalent so people have more options, I guess? Is that part of it? Or
I feel like it's just for the community benefit because Barberton is their community works so hard together. And I think that's why we wanted to do this because we want our future community to be stable and the infrastructure to be well and just for the kids to have the knowledge.
Sure.
I definitely think that's just our mission for that, just so our community can thrive as we keep on going.
The rising tide raises all boats.
Yes.
So if we have financially educated people in our community, well, I love it. I love it.
Good. Yeah. What do you think the benefits of having 12th graders teach 8th graders are compared to having 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds teaching kids?
Hey, I take offense to the 40-plus-year-old thing.
It's too old, man. shouldn't be in there no more.
Heart.
Yeah,
My heart.
That hurts. I'll let you answer while I cry.
Well, definitely the lingo's a little easier with them and knowing the apps because I couldn't tell you how many different mobile apps are there for moving money because I have no idea. There's too many. I think having somebody younger definitely helps. It also helps the 12th graders that want to be teachers. One of our students wants to be a teacher. They're actually teaching.
That's giving them a huge step ahead of everybody else doing the same.
Yes. Wow. So they're the ones going to be teaching the 8th grade. It's just having somebody closer in age does help it because nobody wants to listen to somebody just old
You're
and
not
boring.
going to listen to someone that much older than you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to have a CPA come in and talk about accounting and banking to
Yep.
8th graders, I can see how someone talking like this would probably lose them fairly quickly.
You said CPA and I already fell asleep.
I just heard you start talking as soon as I was I was sleeping too.
I knew that. Wake up, ask more questions, Jack.
What is the curriculum for the financial literacy program?
It's actually, I'm still kind of developing it myself. Right now, it's definitely just the basics of having an account. What is credit? The basics of a loan, the components of a loan. Next section of teaching, I hope to actually go in. How is your credit score calculated? How interest rates are calculated?
See, and that's crazy to teach that young, because that's stuff
Yeah.
like I had just learned last year at the high school as a 12th grader, and these kids are getting on it 4 years ahead. That'll make a huge difference for sure.
I didn't learn it until I started working at a credit union.
Really?
That's how a lot of people are very uneducated.
It's all important stuff.
It's
You
all
need to know
important
it.
stuff.
Just,
Yeah.
People just don't have the.
I didn't learn it till I screwed it up. And
Right, right.
then
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I need to figure this out.
Yeah.
I need to get out of this mess. How do I do this? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's awesome to give them that leg up.
And what are the plans for the future of the program? Like, what would you say like your end goal is?
Never stop teaching until I pass the buck to somebody else, really.
Keep it going.
I just really want to keep going. Maybe get more topics as we go. I know things are changing, like checks aren't a thing anymore. I mean, they are, but
It's not a common thing.
right.
Yeah,
As topics grow and technology changes, we'll just change with that and just, keep in the know. I guess that's also why having a younger generation teach them is
Keep
easier.
up to date with everything.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
also very true.
Sure, that makes sense. I think, are we on to the
Lightning round.
Yeah, we are on
Time.
Okay.
There's no buzzer.
Okay.
We don't put a buzzer on the desk for you to slam down on or anything like that. We're going to ask you some questions. We need short answers for these, like one sentence.
Okay.
How has the financial literacy component been received by students that are working in it? I guess I would say.
They love it. They love that they can learn more than what they're taught in school.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And what do you think it takes besides my bank account of $4 for an adult to open an account? I'm a fresh adult, got a nice $4 startup right now. Do you think I can turn it to $1 million by tomorrow, or what? How am I going to get to $1 million?
I believe you need to rob them in order to do that.
walk in with a ski mask and then
Yeah,
I can come out with
a
$1
ski
million.
mask and a gun would be the way to do that. I'm not advising that. We do not advise
We do
this
not
on
condone
the
it.
No.
Well, if you could get to $1 million, let me know. But I know
I'll share some with you. Just slide me
Appreciate
the outlet.
But it takes $5 to open an account in a savings, and that gets you started. Just $5. I mean,
I'll loan you the
One
buck.
more.
I'll loan
check
you
the
the buck.
couch
Sweet.
cushions, check
All
the
right.
car
I can
cushions.
find some
You'll get some
change somewhere.
change. Yeah.
So someone can start that account with just $5.
Yep. As long as you live, work, worship, or go to school in Summit County.
So you just have to be involved some way with Summit County.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's very nice.
So if someone wants a car loan, can they come to you?
Not necessarily me, but they can come to our branch.
Okay, they can come. They can come to
Yes.
to New Horizon
can't give
Federal
them out?
Credit Union.
No, I can't just.
She's not
I
making.
can't Oprah.
Dang it.
She's not making it rain.
I can't Oprah the cars.
What is the comparison between like a credit union like you guys and a bank in terms of what's going to be different with that car loan?
The interest rates are obviously lower.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah. Payment arrangement is easier.
How's the payment arrangement easier?
Because we are so small and we build rapport with our people.
Sure.
If you ever get into trouble with your loans and let's say you can't pay it off quickly or something, something happens. There are so many options within the credit union that can help you, like skip a pays and stuff.
Okay.
And I know like life happens. COVID happens. Things like that happen.
It's a big thing.
Right. And you're not just a number in the credit union. You're an actual person. We learn your name. We talk to you. Like we see you. And being a number with a bank just is so informal. And when you get a loan with us, I mean, we can help you any way possible. Like even if you're very new starting out credit, like we'll take you in and help you out. And our loan officers are all taught financial literacy themselves. So you can walk in and just say, hey, teach me about credit. And they can do that for you.
Wow, that's interesting. It's funny because there's other banks that I've gone into that see my driver's license and they're like, "Hi, Mr. Troach," and I'm like, "Yeah, first off, you screwed up the last name. Second off, if you actually knew me, you knew that you'd never want to call me Mr. Anything." So yeah, no,
that's the most informal way to talk to you, I think.
Correct.
Referring to you as Mr.
Yeah.
If somebody was starting a business, are there loans or lines of credit for that at the credit union?
For starting a business?
Yeah.
I'm not too fluent myself in the business aspect. It's newer for me. But I know we do offer them. We offer tons of business accounts. We offer checking and savings for business. I'm not sure if we do business loans. I don't think so.
Okay.
But I know we can always point you in the right direction. I mean,
Sure.
Our loan officers have been working for doing loans for their entire life.
Yeah, so they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they can always put you in the right direction if anything.
Not their first loan.
Right.
Makes sense. Are we are to the every person question.
Person.
This gets asked of everyone.
Okay.
You can answer with as many sentences as you'd like, though, for here.
Okay.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe not every. Not as many.
Limit your answer to like under 10 minutes. Yes, that was directed at you, Dave Polachek.
He's one of my favorite members, by the way.
He's an amazing
great
human
guy.
being. Yes. But yeah, Dave was not
That
known,
man could speak.
not known for his brevity. What is your favorite Barberton folklore / tall tale or rumor?
That the OC Barber Mansion was sold for $1.
And I believe that one is true.
I hear, but I'm not sure.
You weren't there then, so
Yeah.
you probably don't.
So-
I believe
know
it was
for sure.
done that way so that way they could demolish it, which was been seen with some regret, especially in recent years.
Yeah, the restoration now is just so wonderful. It's like we could have saved it. I know the piggery, I think, is still there.
Correct.
What do you see as the future for Barberton, and where do you think we're headed?
For Barberton, I just hope it grows.
Yeah.
I hope that the people that grew up here want to put back into our community.
Sure.
I know at least 10 people from my generation, my age, are all, working within our community to better it. I just hope that, more generations still
Just multiplies on top of that 100%. And I think doing things not as little, it's a big thing, but to do something just like that will get people like thinking, oh, wow, Barberton helped me at the start of my career. Maybe I'll come back here and help or do something to better the community as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
For sure. No, to me, it's an amazing program. The fact that you guys are helping students figure it out, their financial picture before they mess it up and are forced to figure it out.
Right.
That is an amazing thing.
Definitely save some troubles.
Save some troubles, and once again, it's going to increase the quality of their life and those around them because there won't be as much of that money stress.
Think back. Could you imagine being 18 and have a credit score of 800?
Yeah.
That would
All I
be
can say is I wish.
right.
Right.
I think my credit score.
Hey, it's never too late.
My credit score might be in the double digits right now.
So
I might be filing for.
he's got an 800 credit score. It's just the decimal point is in a different place.
They messed it up when they were doing it. I told them to fix it, but I don't know what they're doing.
That being said, we appreciate everything you guys are doing for the community. We love seeing stuff like this. For all of you out there, make sure you share this with your Magic City neighbors. There's more good stuff to come. We will see you soon.